Blessing vibrations to everybody, to every entity in the universe, knowing that vibrations are the only entities that give us our feelings, thought patterns, attractions, and urges to do. What the Creator wants me to bring to the table to reason with this morning is love. What is love? Love is the action of creating the same good thing for another that you want for yourself. The greatest love of all is creating the same good and godly thing for another that you want for yourself. Most people identify love as a feeling you have. But love, the action of love, creating something good for someone, or doing something good for someone, or somebody doing something good for you, gives you a good feeling. So love is not a feeling. Love is the action of creating the same good thing for others that you want for yourself. We sow with our imagination. We create with our imagination. What proves it, it is impossible to identify anything created or made by any living thing that wasn't imagined first. And it is impossible to identify anything created or made by any living thing except change that doesn't have weight and occupies space. So that is mind over matter. All of the material matter gets its existence after it is visualized. And all of the activities that happen after they are visualized. And this is what the Creator revealed to me. So you can love someone by creating good things for them with your imagination, by praying and concentrating on good things happening to them. And you are loving another person. Now, most people can't wrap their mind around that, like I couldn't wrap my mind around it one time. I couldn't see the reality of that. That when you concentrate on something positive or negative to happen to someone else, you are causing it to come into existence. You see, the vision is what manifests into everything. And if you have a love vision, a vision that is what you want to happen for yourself, the good things that you want to happen for yourself, you're willing for it to happen to others. You're willing for everybody to have the best wisdom, knowledge, love, understanding, peace, money, guidance, protection, and help. You are willing for that vision to manifest. You are willing for every living entity in the universe to be blessed with a vibration from the Creator of the universe, knowing that vibrations are the only entities that give every living thing their feelings, thought patterns, attractions, and urges to do. Knowing where your attention goes, your energy flows. You are creating something good for others. You are loving others by creating the same good thing for them that you want for yourself. The greatest love of all is willing for everybody to be blessed in the way God wants them to be blessed. The action of willing is what causes the visions to manifest, and the visions are what manifests into everything. When you will for a vision from God, or the vision that you have of God working in everybody's life, or blessing people, that's a vision. And the will is what causes the vision to materialize. That is what causes God to go into motion. That vision If you have that vision of God protecting you, God protecting your family, that is a vision. See, it is impossible to identify anything created or made by any living thing that wasn't visualized first. And it is impossible to identify anything that isn't an entity with a purpose that is served, anything that isn't one individual thing. And it's also impossible to identify anything created or made by any living thing that wasn't unseen and non-existence before it was created. Anything that wasn't invisible before it was visible. So when you take those three facts, they are universal facts that God gave me. When you add those three facts together, it proves that the vision is an unseen state all creations exist in, because the vision is the first state all creations exist in, and everything must be unseen and non-existence. And when you apply the fact that everything is an entity in the universe, this proves that the vision is one individual thing. So this proves that the vision is a separate action, has its own purpose, and it is the first stage all creations exist in, and it is the unseen state all creations exist in at first. So when you have a vision of God moving in people's lives, visions of people being healed, visions of good things happening for others, that is what turned into the material matter and the activity automatically. This is the only way things happen. Try to create something before you visualize it. Try to create something before you will to create it. Remember, everything is an entity. The action of willing is an entity, and nothing can exist into something will it to exist. So putting those two universal facts together prove that when you will for something to be, you are using one individual action. And if before anything is created, the will must be used first, that proves the action of willing is one individual action, has its own purpose, and its purpose is to make everything manifest or materialize, because nothing can exist until you will it to exist. So when you will for the vision that you have in your imagination that the Creator has given you to materialize or manifest, you are automatically causing those visions to materialize, because that's the only way things happen anyway. This is a illustration to show the natural mechanics of the universe. So even if a person is aware or unaware of what I'm speaking of, this is a process that can't be changed. A person that has no knowledge of God, no knowledge of spirituality, when they will for something negative that they have in their mind to be, it automatically begins to materialize. So it doesn't depend on what you know and what you don't know. This is just a natural way things happen. So love is the action of creating the same good thing for another that you want for yourself. And the greatest love of all is creating the same good and godly thing for another that you want for yourself. And this is the information that the Creator wants me to bring to you this morning. It is my pleasure to be able to really show, identify the facts that actually prove that we have the ability to sit still and will for a positive or negative image or vision to happen to someone else, and automatically be preparing something for ourselves to reap without moving a muscle or saying a word. And always remember, it is impossible to identify one thing in God's creation that doesn't have the same basic repetitious pattern or repetitious nature. Impossible. So concentrate on the best things happening for others, and you're automatically creating something good for yourself to reap. I was asked a question in meditation, and the question was this: when are the things created that you reap? It was difficult for me to come to a conclusion. When are the things created that we reap? But it registered. The Creator brought it to my attention. If I've never sown anything, I can't reap it. So the exact same time that we create a positive or negative thing for another, or will for a positive or negative idea to happen to another, we are creating that for ourselves to reap. And that helped me to understand a universal law: for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. That means the reaction is equal on opposite sides. So when we create or imagine something negative or positive to happen to another, we are preparing that for ourselves to reap. Then the law of repetition, which makes everything in creation repeat the same basic patterns over and over again, will cause us to reap what we have sown with our willpower and imagination. This is Elder 360 coming to you one more time with the highest wisdom in the universe. And may God's good vibrations be upon every living thing in the universe to attract God's wisdom, knowledge, love, understanding, peace, money, guidance, protection, and health. That is my vision, for a vibration, energy, to be upon every living thing in the universe, blessing it in the way the Creator wanted to be blessed. And I suggest you do the same thing. It is a very powerful technique. And remember that I'm working to help free all people from physical, mental, spiritual, and financial slavery with the universal message. Thank you very much for listening.